Hi, I'm Menniss from the non-existent band Lunchtime, and I'm going to explain this.
I've replaced that dull old mattress, ruined my sheets, a double sleeping bag is all that I have to sweat through. So pick me up again next week. I'll try not to.
So what you just heard was an excerpt from my tune 12 and 5, and it's mostly in 4/4. In fact, that entire section is in 4/4, and all of the harmony moves based on the 4/4 bar. But the rhythm, not in 4/4. The bass is actually playing something in 5/16, and the guitar is playing something in 3/4 over the top of that. So we're going to dig in. I'm going to show you how each of the meters relates to the 4/4 bar, how it all comes round, how the harmony all fits together, and hopefully it will give you some useful ideas for your own writing, or if not, a bit of, oh, that's cool. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit cool. As I mentioned, the guitar is based on a simple rhythm in 3/4 that goes a little bit like this. 1, 2, 3. That's simple enough. It's when you start placing it over a 4/4 bar that the rhythm drifts. So it will hit on the first and fourth beat of the first bar, the third beat of the second bar, the second beat of the third bar, and then it'll come back round on the first. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the rhythm in the guitar part is moving round a full cycle every 3 bars, but the harmony is moving round a full cycle every 8 bars and changing every 2. So how do you know when they will line up? Over to me with the whiteboard. So we have 5 chord progressions in this 32 bar verse that repeat every 16 bars. We're going to cover the first 16 bars with the 3 against polymeter and show you where the chords will change relative to where the rhythm changes. So I'm going to start by writing out some bars. So all I'm going to do is number out the beats in here. Every time the chord changes, I'm going to write the chord symbol instead of the number. And every time the rhythm repeats, I'm going to write it in red. First chord is E minor. And because the rhythm begins there, we'll write that in red. Then you got 2 and 3 and then 4, the rhythm repeats again because it's every third. 1 and 2. Then at 3 the rhythm repeats, so you write that in red. 4, and we change chord to this kind of G over D. In bar 4 we actually anticipate the change, and so we change to C major 9, a beat early with the repeat of the sequence. Next chord is kind of an A minor thing, and it's at the same time as the repeat. And then we change to B flat here, in line with the repeat. And it continues on from there. You can, if you want to, just keep this going. Do it on a bit of pen and paper. That's about the best way to work this stuff out. So, back to you, me. So, if we put that all together, with the changes and rhythmic figure against drums, kind of sounds like this. Bass part. Bass part's similar to the guitar, but the rhythmic movement is in 5/16. Let me show you what it sounds like. So this is the bass part in 5/4. 4, 5. Now, if you're wondering why I'm doing this to a metronome, I think it's quite important to familiarise yourself with how the downbeat's going to fall, where it's going to fall in between what you're playing. These kind of polyrhythms really do rely on a strong internal sense of rhythm. So if you're not practicing to a metronome, you could be practicing as badly as you like, which doesn't help. So here's it against 4. 2, 3, 4. For those of you counting, it came round on 5 bars, 4 beats, 5 against measure, comes round 5 bars. So with the bass part, because it's divided into 16th notes, and we're changing chords of every 2 bars, counting to 32 in your head whilst playing something in 5 is generally a bad time. More than anything, I'd recommend just getting a really good sense of the quarter note pulse, and getting that feeling and anticipation of when the downbeat arrives. When I wrote this, I could not play it and pretty much just force myself into it over and over again until the rhythm was internalised. You can sit and write out a similar thing on the whiteboard if you'd like, but I don't like Luke on the whiteboard, so we're going to go put it all together now. So you've got a drum part in 4, and a guitar part that's rhythmically in 3, and a bass part that's rhythmically in 5. So when on earth are they all going to sync up? We can work this out. So the bass part comes round every 5 bars, the guitar part comes round every 3 bars, and the drums are in 4. So the easiest way to do this is to work out the LCM, or lowest common multiple, or if you ever dealt with fractions at school, you may know it as the lowest common denominator. It's the same maths. If you want to look up LCM, Wikipedia helps. LCM of 3, 4 and 5 is 60. We have a verse that is 16 bars long in 4, so that's 64 beats, meaning the last bar, curiously, shares exactly the same rhythmic content as the first bar. We're going to put that all together, so over to me in the studio again to do all of the things. Great. So, thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, give it a like, leave a comment, whatever. If you like the music, find it at lunchtime.band, link in the description / my pants. If you have any questions about this song or other songs, or even just playing guitar, bass in general, feel free to ask them in the comments below, and I'll see if I can get round to them. Cheers.